So once you've turned and came up the left side, start on the bottom again, turn and come up on the right side. I'll do the same. So I'll take a breath in, inhale up, exhale down, interlace my fingers, palms are facing the floor, palms down, stretching down, extending my spine. Turn towards my right side, and I inhale, stretching out on my right side. Come up in the center, looking up, turn in the center. Exhale on the way down, stretching out. 3 on both sides is plenty. Eventually work your way up to 6, maybe 9, and no need to rush. Do it all in one day. Turn, still pushing away with the palm, stretching your fingers, stretching your palms, stretching your wrists, engaging your whole body in the movement. Using your breath. Hold the breath at the top as you pass through, and then exhale on the opposite side, going down. Slower the better. This is my last one, end of my last one. So this one began at the bottom, it ends at the bottom. By releasing the fingers at the bottom, stretching out towards the front of the room, inhaling, stretching out. Coming into carry the moon. So inhaling up, turning the palms in towards each other, pressing up towards the sky, leaning back, holding your breath for 1 or 2 beats. The body may begin to tremble and shake a bit. And then exhale all the way out. And then 2 more carry the moons. Inhale up center. Turn over the palms. Exhale down, pressing down. The legs are straight, engaging the hamstrings. Pressing all the way down as far as you can go. We're all different in our range of motion. And at the bottom, before you come up, extend your arms out right across the floor. Let them keep extending, and then your body will start following up. Coming up. Palms begin to rotate, the fingers begin to turn in. You're looking up at the sky in between your fingers. Leaning back, holding your breath for 1 or 2 beats, and then release. One more like that, family. Let me watch you. One more. Full range of motion. All the way through it. Slower the better. Slower the better. All right. Holding at the top just a bit. Your body might shake a little bit. It's good for you. All right. I lost Dan. I'm gonna take a sip of my tea, family. Y'all doing all right? That little bit of movement got me sweating already. That deep breathing will do it. All right. So let's stand with our feet. We're gonna be very specific with this, okay? Very specific with this. We're going to stand with our feet parallel, about shoulders width apart, right? Inside shoulder gate, not outside. So let's do what we do in order to measure that. So typically it's about one of your feet distance in between both feet. That is a reflection of the space between your hips. And then the hips is also a reflection of the shoulders. So not too wide, not too narrow. All right. I'm wanting you to engage your inguinal crease here more. And I want you to be able to feel as we shift from parallel stance into cat stance. Okay. While maintaining the correct orientation of the hips. The hips don't change, even in cat stance. They should still be in the same orientation. Also, the supporting leg, we need to make sure that the hip, the knee, and the ankle or foot are still directly over the top of each other. Some people have a cat stance that once they shift over, their hip goes out past their knee. You see, it's not my hip's not over my knee when I shift over like so. So that means I'm out of alignment, right? So I want to keep this hip and knee over the top of each other, even while in my cat stance. So let's feel it out and see what I'm talking about. All right. So sink down in your center. Begin to transfer your weight from left to right using your figure eight that we practice. Using your figure eight practice. So in the bottom of your feet, you're making that figure eight. Pay attention to your hips, okay? Like two flashlights still pointing straight ahead, even inside of this figure eight. Now, at some point, I want you to feel this first. I don't want you to rush into it, okay? At some point, when you feel like you're ready, I want you to discontinue your figure eight. Don't stop your movement, but discontinue the figure eight by transferring over onto either side, left or right. It's up to you. And coming into your cat stance or stork spread wing stance. Same thing, different sides, right? So you choose which side you want to come into and just do it from your flow and flow right into it. And while there, I want you to feel your hips. I want you to make sure that your hips have, I want you to look down and take a look and see that your hip is still directly over your knee, not over here now. See, now I'm out. Now I'm good. It's just, it can be just a little bit and it can be off. It can be just a little bit. And when you feel it, let me see it. So I'm going through the camera now. Also, your front foot, the foot that is not weighted, you should be able to draw a straight line from the ball of your foot or from your big toe straight back to the heel of the foot that is supporting your body weight. So it's a very narrow stance. All right. And then change sides and feel it again. You had a question, Dawei?
Do we want to be that narrow?
Yes, because this stance is basically a transition. So you want to be really, really narrow because it's really a single weighted stance. And if you think about it, all stances are transitions. Yeah, you want to be able to draw a straight line straight from your heel of your rear foot straight into the ball of the foot of the front foot. And you also want to make sure your supporting leg, that knee is bent. That looks good. That's not, yeah, that's about right where you want to be at. So turn sideways and let me see it, everybody. Turn sideways. Turn sideways so that your weighted leg is on my side. Yeah. So Steph, bend your knee more. Yeah. See, by doing that, you take a lot of pressure off your lower back. By bending your knee more, you take a lot of pressure off your lower back because that body mass can pass through and go into the floor instead of being trapped right there in your lower back. That looks better. All right, now give me a rear view. So I want you to feel inside your body and feel your hips. Okay, feel your femoral head, and I want you to put it off course, and then so you can see where that's at, and then put it on course and play with that. I want you to feel where the error is, and then I want you to fix it. So when you identify the error, you know when it feels right. All right. So kind of stick your bum out a little bit, violate the principle of having it in the correct spot, and then put it back in the correct spot. Bend your knee more, Steph. So now move your hip out away a little bit, Steph, away from the correct alignment. Find the incorrect alignment and then find the correct alignment. Feel that inside of yourself. Right there. Perfect. Right. This way you get familiar with it, okay? All right, Jeremy, turn the other way now. Keep turning clockwise or counterclockwise, whichever direction you're turning in. All right. So do both sides. Do both legs. Just step back to parallel and just change it. So from time to time, when you get bored, you should practice a little single leg stance like this. You want to be able to build a stance up to 2 minutes. 2 minutes on one leg. Y'all want to time a session now? Just time it to see how long we do it for? Just to see where you're at so you can get an idea. I'll start I have a stopwatch here. I'll start it. And we'll just see how far you get along. We'll see who falls out first. Y'all ready to start? So we'll start when I ring the bell. 1, 2, 3. We'll see who drops out first. No breathing. I mean, yeah, breathe deep.
Feel inside. When you find that correct posture, it should be less of a physical challenge for you. You should be able to drop into it. When you can drop into it, you can stay there longer. So I'll keep you in. That's 30 seconds. So I'll keep you guys in tune. Make sure you're being honest with that weight. No weight on that front leg. Only you can check it, all right? You don't have to do that to check it, but just be honest to yourself. Always being sure. 1 minute. 30 more seconds. Two minutes. You guys are gonna sit here all day. We're gonna stop. Change sides. I'll let you know when to start. I don't need to ring the bell. I'll just say start. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Begin. Well, 2 minutes is the mark. Check in your body. Check your stance. Check for that hip placement. Feel that. Feel everything taking place. Make sure your supporting leg, the knee has a nice bend in it so the weight can pass through. One minute. Thirty more seconds. $2 minutes. Not too bad, huh? Looks simple for y'all. Wow, what have I been doing wrong? 2 minutes is killer for me. So next time, since it's not such a challenge for you all, you want to sit down a little lower in your stance, make it a little more challenging. Because 2 minutes shouldn't be a walk through the park. It should be a little bit of a challenge.
That was a bit of eating bit going on there for sure.
What was that?
There was a bit of eating bitter going on there for
Oh,
sure.
okay. You just got such a poker face. I'll put my money on you.
Especially on my left side.
Such a poker face. Nobody showed any grimace or anything. It's awesome.
I was shaking and trembling.
Oh, okay. So that 2 minutes was rough. My bad.
And every time that I'd start shaking and I'd search for that key point again and then sink more.
You can find that point though, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there. How about you, Jeremy? You got a poker face, man. I'm going with you to the casinos, man. Yeah, we going to the casinos, bro. I'm putting my money on you.
I never gamble.
Hey, it's time to start. Yeah, myself either, man. I'm just messing with you. Actually, my wife and I went one time, man. We spent like $20 worth of quarters. And man, I was like, hey man, we going nuts. Let's get out of here. $20 worth of quarters, man. I could have done something else with that. So here we go. Turn sideways. I'm gonna turn sideways on this one. So still nice. I'm in my parallel stance. I'm just facing the other direction. Okay. Now I want you to take a nice step straight forward. Don't adjust your foot. Just step straight out. So both feet are straight now. Both feet are straight. Now from here, the back foot slides up and the hands come out like so.
Is your knee touching the floor, Sifu, or no?
No, but it's very close.
I don't know if I
So
can
the
be able to
angle
do
on this angle here, look at this angle. It's the angle here that you want. You don't want this going down like this. You want this angle straight across, as straight as possible.
Oh.
Take a couple breaths and then step up. Inhale up. Now this time, shift over to the opposite side and step back. Now, back foot slides up. Don't touch the ground. Take a couple breaths. Keep your hips in the correct placement. From here, you step up. From here, step back. From here, back foot slides up. Take 2 nice breaths, 2 to 3 breaths. From there, step up. Step back, opposite foot. I'm sorry, here you should take a breath. Step back. Bring it closer. 2 or 3 breaths, all you need. Do your best to have your back as straight as possible. From here, you step up. From here, you step back. Bring your back foot up. Here you step up. Here you step back. Back foot comes up. Here, step up. Take a few breaths. Take 3 breaths of air. Continue.